There is a new sentencing date for New York. The sentencing will now be on June 29th. Um, the judge said there will be no more delays. This is when the sentencing is going to be, June 29th. Of course, we all want her to delay the sentencing until after the Chicago case. But the judge is evil, and so are the feds, and they want him walking into Chicago as a convicted and sentenced man. So he will have those strikes against him when he goes into Chicago, and it will taint the jury pool. The feds play a nasty game. They're trying to life him. They're trying to life R. Kelly. But the cops who killed Eric Garner, they said, no, we're not going to federally charge them for hate crimes. They don't federally charge any police officer that kills someone while on duty. Laquan McDonald's killer, the cop who killed Laquan McDonald and shot him in the back, he only did 3 years and he's home chilling. But y'all tell me R. Kelly's supposed to get life and he ain't killed nobody? Unbelievable. I would never forgive these people for how they treated R. Kelly, y'all. He has been done wrong. He has been crucified. And all these so-called accusers ignore their own part that they played in this whole foolishness. And they point the finger at him and they say everything is his fault. I stubbed my toe, it's his fault. I got bit by a mosquito, it's his fault. Everything is R. Kelly's fault. Nobody takes accountability. None of the parents have served 1 day, but R. Kelly is supposed to serve life. It's unbelievable. I want him out of this shit. If I could unlock the door to the jail and let him out of his cell, I would. Y'all know I would. I want this to be over for him. He doesn't deserve it. I said it from the start. I've been consistent. I'm rocking with him forever. I love R. Kelly. I love R. Kelly. I never monetized this channel. I never wanted to make a dime off of any of the shit I say here. Because to me, it's just about me venting and voicing my own opinion about the injustice against R. Kelly. Never wanted to make a dime off of it. Never wanted to do anything other than show love to the king. The whole thing is sad. The whole thing is sad, y'all. R. Kelly's supposed to be home by now. I think 3 years is enough time for him to be behind bars. Especially when Alec Baldwin just shot a woman on set and he didn't even get arrested. He haven't even been questioned by the police. This is insane. You can kill somebody and go home. But R. Kelly's supposed to do life. These some evil people. There's a new lawyer that's going to be helping out Jennifer Bongine. Her name is Ashley Blair Cohen. And she's going to be helping out with the New York sentencing and post-trial motions. And she's also going to be on the team in Chicago, which is great. Remember when I said that R. Kelly needed to have an all-women team going into Chicago because the prosecution in Chicago is all female? So he needs to have an all-female team. Last time he had some men on the team, and maybe if he had an all-female team, it would have came off better. But now this time in Chicago, we have Jennifer Bongine, we have Ashley Blair Cohen, and I think the outcome in Chicago is going to be different. You know, they act like R. Kelly is this monster that needs to be stopped. They need to take him down, the feds. But I don't see nothing happening for all these cops. You know, I don't see Alec Baldwin even doing a day. No arrests. You know, God bless R. Kelly. Like I said many times, if I could have the key to open that cell and let him out today, I would. I would have been let him out. You know, but I'm rocking with him forever. He did not deserve this type of shit. He did not deserve all of this to happen to him. Crucified the way he has been. And none of these women want to take accountability for being prostitution whores and putting themselves in that man's face. He didn't go looking for these little thoughts. They were running up in his face. You saw Azriel telling her mama, oh, she watching the Aaliyah movie. They're the ones that brought up Aaliyah. I told you R. Kelly would never bring up Aaliyah to these goofy whores. They're the ones that brought up Aaliyah. They're the ones that were watching, you know, the Aaliyah movie and looking at different things so that they could frame their story when they get ready to come out and say they're a victim. It's unbelievable. Karma's gonna come for all of them. You don't get to do this to somebody. You don't get to destroy somebody like this and ruin his life and think that it's okay. You don't get to ruin somebody's life like this and think that it's okay. But we all know this ain't about black girls. R. Kelly not in jail because of black girls. It's the elites keeping him in there, y'all. There's an effort to take down every black male entertainer. You see Young Thug and Gunna got locked up facing that RICO in Georgia. Gunna got 1 count. They say all Gunna did was be in a music video and throw up a sign, and now he's in a RICO charge. That's unbelievable. That's a stretch. But I'm going to tell you what they're getting ready to do. They are going to make Young Thug and Gunna spend their money up fighting this state case, and then the Fed's going to pick it up. The Fed's going to pick it up, y'all. The Fed's going to pick it up, and it might be over for Young Thug. I don't know about Gunna, because all Gunna did was be in a music video. But they're saying YSL is a gang. And Young Thug is the leader of the enterprise. He has 29 co-defendants. So they might all flip on him and say, yeah, Young Thug told me to do this. Young Thug was there. Young Thug probably wasn't there for anything that they did. But if they're saying he's the leader, he's going to get the most time. A RICO case for Young Thug and Gunna. I hope they wiggle their way out of it, you know. I do. Because I see the games they play. The reporter asked the DA, well, how come you didn't arrest Jock Harlow? Jock Harlow be repping YSL. How come you didn't arrest Jock Harlow? And the DA said, well, I didn't want to get sexy. I wanted to be conservative. So we stayed and we arrested the people who we felt was involved. She didn't want to get sexy. What a whore. Yep. I saw Young Thug's dog in the back of the police car. I said, wow, he not gonna see his dog again for a long time. No black man will leave show business clean. No, none of our black entertainers get to retire and enjoy the wealth and the fruits of their labor. They work and then they work, and either they kill them off or they put them in jail. Michael didn't get to enjoy none of his hard work and money. They killed him off at 50. They killed Whitney off at 48. Sickening, man. Prince dead. Whitney dead. Michael dead. All the greats we grew up with are dead. We got a few left. R. Kelly don't deserve this shit, y'all. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. Got charged with RICO by himself. A criminal enterprise by himself. None of the parents, nobody else is charged. And the bitch won't overturn the verdict? And people think this is cute. But Young Thug and Gunna, they got 29 codees. They got 29 co-defendants. That's a real RICO case. You have a whole bunch of co-defendants. But it's sad, man. These rappers better start changing their lyrics up. They better do songs like LL Cool J and Mace. That type of and Ja Rule. You better start singing like Drake. Throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. That type of music. That's what you need to do, because when you do them, all that gangster shit, you put a target on your back. And whether you did it or not, they just sweep you up in the indictment to be sexy, like she said. She didn't want to be sexy and arrest a white rapper, but she was sexy enough to arrest Young Thug and Gunna. I can't stand the cool. And I believe Jack Harlow is a police informant, y'all. I believe Jack Harlow is a cop. Because Jack Harlow came up out of nowhere. And all of a sudden he was repping YSL. And then he was in the interview the other day and he didn't even know Brandy and Ray J were siblings. And I'm like, how could you not know Brandy and Ray J are siblings? And you of hip-hop culture, you say you grow up hip-hop, you breathe hip-hop, you bleed hip-hop, and you don't know simple shit like Brandy and Ray J are siblings? Nah, he's a police. That's why he didn't get indicted with Young Thug and Gunna. He probably was the one saying, yeah, Young Thug and Gunna was here. Young Thug and Gunna was there. Jack Harlow is a police officer sent to infiltrate the music business, just like 6ix9ine is probably a police officer that was sent to infiltrate the music business, and they gave him a whole bunch of tattoos and rainbow hair to make it look like, oh my God, he a real rapper. That's how they do it. The Feds sending guys to be rappers and having them blend in. But Jack Harlow always stuck out to me. He don't seem like a rapper. He a police. So that's what they'll do. They'll send a rapper in, a fake rapper in, like 6ix9ine or Jack Harlow, and they'll send some deep cover police that acting like gangbangers, and they'll send some chicks around to go have sex with this one and catch his DNA so we can put him on a rape charge. You think the feds don't send women to these rappers and these black male entertainers' hotel rooms to seduce them so that they could get their DNA, so that when they get out of line, they can put their DNA and say, oh, they raped some woman? These people are despicable, man. Pray for R. Kelly, y'all. Every day I say multiple prayers for him. I say multiple prayers for him. After the crucifixion has to be a resurrection. And it's time for R. Kelly to be out of this mess. It's time for him to come home and enjoy his freedom and build his life back. Them parents ain't going. I don't see Azriel's mama doing a day for sending her daughter to be a little filthy fucking whore. So why is R. Kelly doing all this time? Why is R. Kelly doing all this time and none of these parents are going? One man charged as a criminal enterprise by himself. It's illegal. They broke the law. The federal government broke the law. And they're breaking the law in Chicago by charging him with all these old ass tapes that Avenatti turned in. And Avenatti is a fraud. And he just apologized to Stormy Daniels because he's trying to get a 3-year sentence for stealing instead of the 20-year sentence that they're asking for. And he still has to do a trial in California for stealing from the quadriplegic man. Anyway, everybody who came up against R. Kelly will fall. Free R. Kelly, free R. Kelly, free R. Kelly, and fuck anybody who don't like him.